Hey guys, good morning. Really quick, I spent 2.5 hours getting this surgery to get a whatever. I had oral surgery done today, and my mouth is killing me. I'm gonna make it through this for a quick update, but I am not, no way, gonna be around for the closing bell. I'll make it through to around midday. So here we go. Again, you got three red closes in a row. We haven't had a streak like this of consecutive red closes. So be very, very aware with that as we are starting off the week with a Monday where our Mondays have been closing red consecutively. 7 in a row. Today would make 8. So again, caution about that. 5117 is where our close is on Friday. Caution about that, like I say. As of right now, with this tiny little gap up that we've got about 17, 18 points, 5140 is what we're looking at. And I'm going to show you the gap up so that you can understand why there's a little bit more risk in this one for a move to the downside. Anyway, as of now, we're looking at 5182, 5097 for our safe edges. 5168 is your plus 1% level. I see absolutely no reason whatsoever that we would be getting a plus 1% day today. So if you want to move your, credit spread for that being your short leg, 5170, buying the 5175s, obviously very viable. Same thing again on the QQQ. And again, I'll highlight this on the QQQ when we go over to the chart. Three red closes in a row, and we started dancing on that 433.50 with a, as you see there, 3.5% decline as we have made this move down to that 433.50. So risk, and I do mean risk. 5125, 5120 call spread, buying the 5125, selling the 5120s, expecting a close below 5120. You're getting 350 credit as of now. So with the 350 credit, in the event that this did not work, rolling this to another date later in the week, all that you'd be looking at is absorbing a little bit of this 350 credit and the credit collecting on the trade that you're rolling over to would only take roughly, just again making an assumption here, about $1. So you'd be rolling it into a new trade and still be getting $2.50 credit. Again, why this is a viable option is all that I'm saying. Again, using the chart and how we're very familiar with that 5150 area, if you were to go here for a little bit of an adjusted risk, 5155 on the long leg, buying the 5155 calls, selling the 5150s, expecting a close below 5150, which would still inherit the possibility of a green close, you'd be getting around $1.50 credit right now. Today, nothing on the table, only bond auctions. So bring it over here to the charts real quick. And we're not overbought. We're not overbought in any way, shape, or form. But what you can, or at least I can see immediately, is the Dow Jones and the Russell 2000 are the ones that are rolling down and they're pumping it into the NASDAQ, with the NASDAQ having an exceptionally large weight has a bigger influence on the S&P. And here's your ES right here. As you can see, we're up about 18 points. We are not overbought. We are not overbought in any way, shape, or form. And we were never aggressively oversold to the downside during our decline last week. So, again, something to keep in mind. What I see is this: I see Google. Google is getting an exceptionally large amount of attention this morning. I have not spent the time to even go and look around to see why this is taking place. All that I see is that it is taking place. And with Google being a massive influencer on the Dow, the Nasdaq, and on the S&P 500, you've got a big move taking place over there on Google, having a fractional little implication over to Apple. Let me just bring it back up. Apple coming back to that 174 resistance area, not getting anything out of Meta. You still cannot short Meta. Here's our move down on Microsoft. Like I said, you got better than 100% on that trade. Setting this up again to trade it again, Microsoft. Everybody now has a very decent understanding about Microsoft, the way that this traded there on Thursday, Friday. Tesla still in trouble. I would not get long on Tesla no matter what. God damn, this fucking hurts. Amazon still trolling this area, this 178, 173. I see nothing to be done on Amazon. Although you could go out there and sell the 180 calls on Amazon, buy the 181s. I see no risk to that whatsoever with Amazon closing in this 175, 177, 173 area. Nothing to be worried about until it gets down below 171. Nvidia dead, second week in a row. As of the moment, it's dead. Again, is what it is, and here's your AMD. AMD made a pretty aggressive move to the downside. Pretty aggressive move. Greater than minus 10% from the all-time highs that it placed just a week or so ago. And you are coming down onto some major Fibonacci's. Not that you're at major support levels, you're at major Fibonacci levels at the moment. Still heading down to 165. Don't have any worries or concerns about that. But then again, bring you over to the bigger picture onto the indexes on the 1 hour. Yeah, we did get a little bit oversold on Thursday. We got a little bit of a bounce there for a buy divergence with the lower close there on Friday. Same thing over here with the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ did get a little bit oversold on the 1 hour, did have a little bit of a buy divergence with the close that we had there on Friday. On the Russell is where you got aggressively oversold. Very oversold over there on the Russell. Dow Jones, same thing. So I don't see anything that you would want to go and get aggressive into to start the week off, other than the fact of taking note. You do have these gap ups, and these gap ups will get filled during the course of this week. And you've got the FOMC meeting coming to you on Wednesday. Sit back, take a chill, do what I'm going to do, which is avoid getting involved in anything whatsoever. Oh, last but not least, I can bring this over. Here we go. Still getting pretty aggressive moves on the coins. Here's Ethereum. After pushing in that high over here last week, pushing down on the lows right now, and over the weekend was pretty bumpy over on Bitcoin. Right here, you're not really seeing too much of what took place over there on the weekend, but again, Bitcoin above 70,000, didn't take your profits. I have concerns for you. So there we go. That's pretty much your rundown, and I'm gonna go take my painkillers.